So how do you get your first client in 7 days or less? So this is a question a lot of people ask us in growth school, as well as our channel here on Two Guys Build a Biz. We've built our business to the 7-figure level. That plaque behind me, the 2 Comma Club Award, we won for generating over $1 million through one funnel for our agency. Not a course, not a e-com platform, but our actual business and agencies. So how do you get that first client? You're at 0, you want to go to 1 in the next 7 days. How do you do it? Well, I'll tell you exactly how we did it and how I've seen thousands of people in the SMMA Blueprint, Growth School, our community do this as well. So the first thing you need to realize is you're going to face objections as a new entrepreneur. And really the number one thing you're gonna face is, show me your work. Have you done this before? Do you have a case study or an example that proves you are who you say you are? And as a new business owner, you can feel like a fraud at the end of the day. You can feel like an imposter because you don't have these things yet. You've got the idea in your mind. You've clearly watched a ton of YouTube videos on this, but actually getting in front of a business owner, putting a price tag in front of them, sitting back in the chair and waiting for their response is a daunting task right now. And I get it. I felt that same way. David and I, when we first started this business, we didn't have any clients. We didn't have any case studies. So this was a big problem and it held us back from moving forward or actually making those dials, sending the emails, because we knew in the back of our minds, we actually didn't know what we were doing yet. We didn't have any track record to show for it and we needed to fix that quickly. So how do we do it? Well, the first thing we thought about is, who do we know in our natural network? A friend of a friend, a family member, somebody that owns a business that we could get in contact with and offer them a free trial of our services, not in the goal to close them to start paying us, but to get experience, because that is the most valuable thing you can do as a new entrepreneur, is simply get experience. So I've probably had conversations with over 1,000 people between new SMMA Blueprint students, growth school students, and folks that book through this YouTube channel. And the biggest difference between those who have a successful SMMA and those who just theorize and never make anything happen is this one thing, is getting experience, getting into the game and landing that first client. If they don't do that, the chances of them succeeding plummet. So this is how we got our first client within 7 days. We had incorporated our LLC. It was the first of the year. And I started to think to myself, who do I know? Do I have any friends or family members, anybody who owns a business that I can reach out to? And unfortunately, I didn't have any deep connections in the space. I wasn't special. I didn't grow up with a bunch of entrepreneurs, so I had to go out and find someone. A friend of mine told me about a new hair salon that was opening up in our hometown. And I reached out, called him up on the phone, and I basically said, hey, I saw that you're a new business in town. Noticed you don't have a sign out yet or anything, but I'm actually a new business owner as well, and I've been taking online classes to run social media marketing ads for small businesses like yourself. And before I start charging retainers and bringing on new clients, I'm looking to take on 1 to 2 people locally for free, run their ads at no cost to them, and get some results, get some case studies for my business that I can then go and market. And I simply asked if they were open to having a conversation about this. And they were, so I met with them, went down to the hair salon, and we discussed a campaign that we could do over the next 14 days. And what we landed on was a giveaway campaign, because there's this direct scale between time and money and what your offer is going to be to actually generate some results. So this hair salon owner didn't have a big budget. They weren't going to pay me anything, and they certainly didn't have a huge budget in ad spend. So we were also limited with time, so our offer needed to increase significantly. Insert a giveaway. And if you want to learn the step-by-step tutorial on how to run a giveaway like this, I've actually got a video that I'll link you at the end. Now, since this was around the holidays at the time of trying to get this client, we landed on doing a holiday giveaway. We're giving away a haircut, coloring, and product package worth over $100. Simply opt in with your name, email, and phone number to be submitted into the drawing, and we'll pick a winner in the next 2 weeks. That's exactly what we did. I think the business owner paid about $100 in ad spend, which was directly between their business credit card and Facebook. I didn't take any of that money. We ran the ad. We got about 40 leads. And within 2 weeks, she picked a winner and called them up, said, hey, you win, come on down, grab your package. But the other 39 folks that opted in, she was able to contact and say, hey, unfortunately you didn't win, but to welcome you to our business in this new community, here's 30% off the next time you come in. Where do you get your haircut now? Oh, awesome. They're great, but would love if you'd come try us out. And then that was a big revenue generating system for them, because literally nobody knew that they exist. Just simply running that ad, besides the opt-ins, besides the leads, the impressions they got in the community, when there was no sign out front, they weren't doing any advertising. It was simply basic word of mouth. And this was a big catapult for their business. So while we didn't go and try to close them and get a bunch of money out of them right away when we had no experience, we got experience. We had a case study, and the next client I actually pitched and landed for $2,500 a month, and in a completely different niche. They were like a screen printing company out of Detroit. I was able to confidently reach out to business owners, have conversations, and close them because I knew I'd done it before. And you're going to have imposter syndrome when you start anything new. And the less experience you have, the less confidence you're gonna have. And confidence comes from competence and having experience and past data that you can recall on and say, yep, I've done this before. But you don't have that right now. You're brand new to the space. You have no data points to give yourself any confidence. And if you beef yourself up with affirmations and self-talk, ultimately in the back of your mind, you're gonna tell yourself you're a fraud. You're not capable of this. So it's imperative for you to go out and get some experience. And I think the best way and the most accessible way that people can do this without money, without a bunch of connections or following, is to offer a free 7-day trial like this. And this is exactly what we teach in Growth School as well. So if you're interested in getting more support from us, I would check out the links below. We've got an exclusive school community called Growth School. There's courses in there that you can work through to get started from a complete beginner to running a multiple 6-figure, even a 7-figure agency like we've built up today. And if you want a step-by-step guide on how to actually run that campaign that I talked about, check out this video here where I break down all the steps in 20 minutes or less. I'll see you over there.